Today's video is all about something I recently tried out, which I think every girl, every woman, every lady in her 20s should try it out too, which is solo date. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess. If you're not new, my name is still Jess, and welcome to another video. If you're coming across this beautiful face for the first time, please don't make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button. Today's video is all about something I recently tried out, which I think every girl, every woman, every lady in her 20s should try it out too, which is solo dates. I'm going to share why solo dates are important for your personal growth, your confidence, and your overall happiness. In addition to that, I'm going to give you 10 fun solo date ideas that would definitely not break the bank for you. So why are solo dates important? I'm going to be giving a few reasons why I think solo dates are important, and the first one is that it boosts your confidence. Going on a solo date teaches you to be comfortable with your company. It's empowering to realize that you can enjoy your own life, your own time, without waiting for somebody to validate your experience. If you can go out, spend time with yourself without needing anybody around you at that particular time, there is this sort of confidence you just build during that, and I definitely think everybody should have some sort of confidence in themselves. Another reason I think solo dates are so important, that it makes you discover who you are, makes you discover yourself. You can use that chance to actually reflect on who you are, what makes you happy, the thing that keeps you alive, the thing that keeps your spark burning. Writing things down from your head about yourself, you don't necessarily have to do a lot. Just something simple as a journal date. When I get to the parts where I'm going to tell you like date ideas, I'm going to tell you like very simple dates that you don't usually realize that they could be solo dates. You're not influenced by anyone's opinions or preferences. It's just you doing what you love at your own time, at your own space, at your own everything. Next reason is it improves your mental health. As crazy, I know that it sounds like a big thing, but it actually so relaxing, especially if you do like some calm dates. You don't necessarily have to go out or go to parties or go to like loud places. You just need to be somewhere relaxing. It just gives you a break from everything, especially if life is overwhelming at that point or everything is just really so clustered. I feel like there are some particular solo dates you go for that is just going to be refreshing, that's just going to improve your mental health, that's just going to make you feel so relaxed. The next one is breaking the taboo. Let's be real, let's be honest, there's this stigma about women doing things alone, especially once it comes to traveling. I feel like women traveling alone, there's just this like unsaid taboo, like as a woman, why would you travel alone? If anything happens to you, they will just be like, because she's a woman, why is she traveling alone, why is she traveling this? And it's the reason also for going on this solo date is to break that taboo, in as much as in some parts of the world it's not actually safe to go some certain places alone as a woman, because shit is scary. I really feel women should be able to go places alone. I even heard that there are some places that they would not allow you enter if you're not with a man. I don't really know, because I've not been in that situation before, but I heard that there are some places that you would go to. Maybe what if you want to go there and just chill by yourself, but because you're not with a man there, they won't allow you to enter. Isn't that crazy? Like, women should be able to do things alone. Women should be able to go places alone, travel alone, basically do stuff alone, and they shouldn't be scared. We shouldn't be scared that, oh, what if I'm not with a man or something, especially maybe people that travel alone, because they'll have to now be security conscious that if this person realizes I'm not with somebody or with a man that can protect me, they won't take advantage of me. So this, I just feel like it's a lot, and in as much as we have to be security conscious and everything, but people are scared to travel alone. Women are scared to do this thing alone because of the whole stigma of, as a woman you shouldn't travel alone, as a woman you shouldn't go places alone. This is 2025. That has to stop. Okay, that has to stop, please. I haven't traveled alone before, but it's something I actually want to do. I want to be able to travel alone. Even myself, I even have that fear of traveling alone, because imagine how insecure this state in Nigeria are. Imagine how the insecurity is just rising day by day, and as a woman traveling alone is just like it's going to be scary. I'm not going to lie, it's going to be scary, but we just have to do certain things and hope that God just sees us through. God just protects everybody. I would just live our life, because imagine not being able to go to one state because of the insecurity, the fear of, being this, being kidnapped, being. Girl, I went on my first solo date last week. It was my first time going out alone. Anytime I, try to go out alone, I'm I just used to feel this need to just go with somebody every single time. So there are times where I would not go out because maybe the person I want to go with, or any other person is not available at that moment to go with me. So I just end up not going anywhere. So I created my vision board in January, and what I put there was actually to go on solo dates. And thanks be to God, I came across a post by a creator where she was talking about, this solo date thing. If you want to start incorporating solo dates but you don't know how to, just use this hack of going on solo dates once a month on the date of your birthday. And I was like, that sounds like a very, 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 very great idea for somebody that, struggle with going out by herself, going out alone. I just felt like that would make things easier. I mean, it would just give me a structure that, okay, every date in this particular month, I'm going to try to do something for myself. I'm going to try to spend quality time with myself, and, just do anything that requires me being happy that entire day. So on that date of every month, I'll just try to spend quality time with myself. I don't necessarily have to go out to spend time with myself. It can be like indoor dates, outdoor dates, anyone I feel like doing at that point in time. So back to my story, I went on my first solo date last week. I was scared even on that day. Not like scared, it was like kind of being nervous. Excuse me, kind of being nervous, because even on that day I was rethinking my choices. The vlog before this video is the solo days vlog, so check it out if you haven't checked it out already. So I was kind of nervous. I was like, oh, I almost changed my mind that day. That day I was supposed to go for the solo date. I'm like, should I go? Should I go? But I thank God I actually went for that solo date, because I felt free. I felt like I had accomplished something. I don't know what it was, but it just felt so nice. And I thought it was going to be boring, because from all the whole, I went online to check for people's solo date stories, and they're like, oh, it's so boring, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. Maybe it varies for people, but for me, it wasn't boring. I had time for myself. I spent time with myself. And one thing I love to do is spend time with myself, because I love myself so much. So if I bring out a particular day to now spend time with myself, like quality time with myself, it's going to be a bad idea. And I really suggest that you do that. So if you're struggling, with, picking when to go for solo dates and everything, you can just try this hack of, on the date of your birthday every month, you just go on a solo date. It doesn't have to be outside. You can do like a movie solo date at home, cooking solo date at home, anything that just makes you feel happy. So I'm going to share some tips on how to make your solo date special. So the first thing is to plan ahead. Like I said earlier, you can choose like any date of your choice that you, okay, on this date I'm going to go for a solo date. If it's the date of your birthday, like the way I'm doing it for myself, then it's fine. If it's the date of your birthday or any random day, just plan ahead. Know the date you want to go, know the place you want to go to. It just treat it like you are planning something for somebody that you love, which is yourself. Or don't you love yourself? So won't you treat yourself like somebody you actually love? And it's not a bad thing if you do it for yourself. You don't have to wait for people to do it for you before you are happy. So the first thing is to plan ahead the time you want to go, like the date you want to go, the location. And if you're a creator like me, if you want to record, you know that, oh, I'm going to be recording like the whole solo date thing. You know what the equipment you're taking, you know the angles you want to take, you know the clips you want to get for YouTube, for TikTok, all those things. The basic thing is just to plan ahead. I decided to go for a solo date every weekend. Anyhow you want it, you can decide once a month. The way I want to start doing it for myself, you can decide every weekend. You can even decide to be going 2 times a week. It's yourself, it's your life, nobody's stopping you. So the next tip is to actually dress for yourself. Wear something that makes you feel comfortable, that makes you feel, confident. I really feel like our dressing says a lot about us, and the way you dress is how you probably feel about yourself. And if you're confident in how you dress, even if anybody walks up to you at that moment, you're not like panicking like, oh my god, this or that, this or that. Like, just dress comfortable. If you like wearing short dresses, you wear. If you like wearing like, polo or jeans or anything, you wear. So you're comfortable with what you're wearing and you feel confident in it, that's going to be okay. Just dress for yourself. You don't have to, dress to impress any stranger outside, because if you do that, you might not really be so confident about your dressing. If you dress in your own confidence, you just know that it's going to be okay for you. The last tip is actually be present in your solo date. Like, feel every moment of it. Even if you're trying to journal, you're trying to, even if it's to press your phone or to do anything, just feel the dates, look around, notice things, ask yourself some personal questions if you're doing it to know, get to know yourself more, get to love yourself more. Ask yourself some certain questions that you would want to know the answers to, because sometimes when you spend time alone, you just have this clear mind. You just know that there are certain things that you just get to figure out about yourself, I believe, because I did a lot of journaling that day that I went for my solo date. I read a book, one chapter sha, then I did then I did like journaling. And you can, if you don't have like journaling prompts, you can check Pinterest for journaling prompts, or check TikTok. Even ChatGPT can even help you generate journaling prompts, just in case you don't know like some certain questions to ask yourself. You can just go on TikTok and ask like self-discovery journaling prompts, or ChatGPT, or Pinterest. All these things, they have like journaling prompts that you can follow, just in case you want to incorporate journaling into your lifestyle. Those things are really helpful. So I'm going to be sharing 10 solo dates budget friendly ideas that you can steal from me, because I also want to incorporate this thing. Solo dates can be for different purposes. You can do it for like self-discovery. You can do solo dates to, try new things. Maybe you want to try different food and you want to just go alone to try new recipes, new food, yeah, or maybe to try new adventures. It doesn't necessarily have to be so serious. It can be fun, it can be anything you want it to make out of. So what I'm going to be listing now are just mixture of, everything. It doesn't have to be like so specific. The first budget friendly solo date idea you can go for is a brunch date. Going on solo date doesn't have to be expensive. If you don't have so much money, you can still have time for yourself, go on solo dates. You can still spend time. You don't have to spend, thousands and thousands and thousands of naira. You don't have to spend millions of dollars. If you have it to spend, quite all right. If you don't have it to spend, that doesn't mean you cannot enjoy your life too. So a brunch date is actually very, very budget friendly, depending on your pocket. Even if you like have so much money, you can still do a brunch date. Even if you don't have so much money, you can still do a brunch date. You just go for affordable meal options. Another solo date idea that you can steal is actually to make your favorite dish. If there's a dish that you've been, you crave so much, you love so much, but you don't like get to make it often, you can just take a time off, focus on just that dish. You just know that, oh, today I'm making that dish, I'm spending time on myself, I'm enjoying it, be wholly immersed in that dish you're making today. You can consider that as a solo date too. If I decide to make like one like special dish that I don't usually take often, that can be my idea of solo date. It doesn't necessarily have to be outside all the time. So the third one is actually to make a vision board solo date. I mean, we're still in January. Even if it's February or March, you can make your vision board at any time of the year. So you can actually spend time with yourself, trying to make your vision board. You can just, get a glass of wine. If you don't have wine, pour juice inside your cup and just, stay chill place, write your goals down, look for pictures that align with it. Just basically just plan your life. That could be considered as a solo date too. You see that all the things I mentioned, you don't need like plenty money to do the solo date, and they are still solo date. They don't have to necessarily be money wise every time. Just as simple as being on your bed, watching a movie, planning your life, just spending time with yourself, trying to organize your life, because you don't get to do this every minute of the day or every day of the week. Or do you? Well, me, I don't. But you can just decide to like pick a particular day to just do this stuff. Next solo date idea is something I really want to try, but where I stay there are no beaches around, so like unfortunately I cannot try it here yet. So the next one is to go on a beach solo date. So if you're the type of person that loves going to the beach, you can try to go to the beach alone. as long as I don't know if you can go in the night because all those water something before mommy water come out. But you can go in the night if you are, not scared, because I don't think I can stay alone at the beach at night too. Before those water spirits come out, God forbid. Hey Jesus. You can decide to go on a solo beach date, just have fun at the beach, take your book, take your sunscreen, take your planner, take your journal, just basically enjoying the breeze of the beach, enjoying everything. I can already imagine myself at the beach having my own time. Like, it's already feeling so fun in my head, and I really, really, really want to try that out very soon. My next idea is to explore somewhere alone. You can pick a particular location. It could be the local market. It could be like a new um fun place. Just explore somewhere alone. This one requires you to have money, because I mean, you can go sightseeing, but you don't know if you're like some entrance fee, or maybe you want to get something. Just basically just going alone to explore places. If you have the money to explore other states alone, you can go, but if you don't have the money, you can just do like where you stay, just check for like places that you've not seen before, that you've not been to before. You just check it out, try new places, try new food around there, try new everything, just explore. That is one of my goals for 2025, to explore new places. Next idea is something I really like, but if you're in Nigeria, you know that is like it's rare to see people in the park, and that's the park solo day, to go to the park and just chill. There are not so many parks in Nigeria, at least I don't know of so many parks in Nigeria to just just go there and go and chill or something. Everything is movement. They are not just chill gardens, chill parks that you can just go there with your book, that you don't have to pay for, that is free, because it's like everything in Nigeria, they're monetizing everywhere you have to pay one entrance fee. Like, God will just give us land and Nigerians will go and monetize. If there are places around you that have like parks, like free spaces, gardens that are secured, you can just use that as a solo date. You can even do like a solo picnic date. Just buy some things that you can afford, things that are not necessarily expensive. If you have money to buy more things, you can buy. Take your picnic mat, your book, everything. Just spend time with yourself. Just do what you want to do. So the next one is to go for a walk. You can go for a walk as your solo date. Maybe you can be listening to a podcast or your favorite music or anything. Just go for a walk. I feel like that is like very nice. I've gone for a walk before listening to podcasts. The thing about walk is that you wouldn't even know when, especially if you're listening to something, you wouldn't even know when time will just be passing. You would like, it would just be like, I've legit walked from one particular distance, like it was a long distance that I would never even think of walking, because of the distance. Actually, I'm like, I can't even walk. When I was listening to something, I was just walking. I was not doing it. I was not even pressing my phone on the road. I was just listening to that thing. I was walking. I walked for a very, very long time. So even if you want to incorporate walking into your lifestyle, you can, sneak this thing in. You can sneak this thing in. You'll be doing, three things at the same time, incorporating working as your lifestyle, solo dating yourself while still doing the work, and listening to maybe your favorite music and your favorite podcast. Another solo date idea is to attend a class. It can be like a yoga class, an exercise class, a workout class, a cooking class, like new recipe class. That is something I'm really looking forward to do, especially this sip and paint classes that you just go to learn how to paint while sipping wine. That's a very, 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 very nice solo date idea that I really want to try alone. So that's something I'm going to still try before the end of this year. So you can try it. So it doesn't have to be sip and paint. It could be anything, basically anything you have interest in, or you just want to try out. You don't really have to cage yourself in like some particular things. There's some solo dates can be adventurous, some solo dates can be just personal self-discovery, some can just be for fun. It doesn't have to be one particular reason you are solo dating yourself. The second to the last date idea that you can do is to write a letter to your future self. Write a letter to yourself, maybe your 6 month self, your 3 month self, your 1 year self, anything you just want to do. Just bring out time, think, reflect deeply on what you truly want from yourself in like 1 year, in like 6 months, write it down, write it like you are already that person. Then maybe in 6 months or 1 year, whatever time gap you give yourself, whatever time frame you give yourself, you read that letter again, you read it to know how far you've come, and hopefully you would have come so far that you'll be proud of yourself. That is also something that you can consider as your solo date. Just, be sipping your wine or be sipping your capsule, anyone after sipping something, write a letter to yourself, do something just so nice for yourself, and you will love it, I promise you. Last but not the least is the self-care solo date. This one is a little bit on the high side, like financially, because there are some places that you go to, you can pay as high as 60, 70, 80, up to like 200, 300k for like self-care services like spa, manicure, pedicure. There are cheaper places that you can get this thing done, which everybody should stick to their whole budget thing. Wherever you can afford is what you do. But I feel like these ones are not something that you get like for less than 10k, 20k, especially if you are trying to be so budget friendly. But you can do a DIY self-care, or you can go and do like manicure, pedicure. Just do yourself. Even if you don't have the money to do it, you can do it at home. It's also a form of solo date, DIY self-care solo date. So if you don't want to go to the spa because of the price and everything that you spend, you can do it by yourself. DIY. Do it yourself. You can do it by yourself. Do your fingernails, do your toenails, even facials. Just go and boil hot water, put it in bucket, put your face there, cover it with wrapper, with towel. You will still get the same glowing look. Abi, wouldn't you? So that can also be considered as a solo date if you are very, 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 very like tight on a budget and you don't want to spend money, even if you have the money to spend, but you just want to try a DIY self-care solo date, that could work still. So in this video, I touched on reasons why I think you should go on a solo date, how to plan your solo date, and I gave 10 solo date budget friendly ideas. Highlighted budget friendly ideas. There are so many solo dates that you can do that require so much money, but if you also want to still incorporate solo dates into your lifestyle, even while being broke, it can still work. It's still possible. Nothing is impossible, but also try to be doing something to. So thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate. I hope you come back next time. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment down below if you've ever gone on a solo date before, or if you are considering going on a solo date. I would really love to hear your opinions. I'm going to be reading the comments. Don't forget to leave a comment, like this video, and I don't know if you got for a solo date before. Mention the solo dates you've gone for, like the types of solo dates you've gone for. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.